here and went into the Pan to have breakfast. And I sat down and I turned around, I was sitting next to him. I didn't know him well. But when we started talking, he was a very nice man. And he also invited me to his apartment. I think it was a nice gesture. To come up to his apartment anytime I wanted to come and see him.
Wow, when was this?
Oh, this was years ago at the Harlem Book Fair.
Okay.
When he lived at Lenox Terrace before he went into the nursing home.
Okay, okay. Actually, you know what, until last year, I didn't even know he was in the nursing home.
I haven't heard he was.
Yeah, I only found out last year during our convention because he had expressed a desire to attend, but because he was in the nursing home and his health was failing, he couldn't come.
Right,
That's how
I knew
found
of
out.
him but did not know him well, so I just happened to sit down next to him at the counter and started talking to him. Also, I had an opportunity, it was an organization, I forgot the name of it, one of my coworkers invited me to speak with Asa Hiller and Dr. Clark. And then afterwards, they invited me to go out to dinner with them, so I had an opportunity to go out to dinner with them, and then also take Dr. Clark home to his place. That's why I asked you, his was on convent too.
In 141, right.
Yeah, so that was all by chance that I got the chance to meet them. So.
This is incredible, Adrian. You're meeting all these people, it's good.
Yeah.
Okay, come on in. Oh, good. Hi, Ito, how you doing? Okay. Anyone else would like to share some stories of Dr. Ben? Brother?
Well, when I first met him, let's see.
Can you introduce yourself?
Oh, okay, we were at Bristol, UNIA.
All right.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, okay.
Peace.
Brooklyn Division.
All right.
I can't remember when I first met him, but I listened to him on the radio. I think when I first met him, you know what? I really can't remember where I met him. I think it was in Brooklyn. I think it was at Macon Evans College. Oh no, I think when I met him was at the Slate Theater. Yes. And I was kind of impressed because I already knew about him because I listened to some of his lectures on the radio station, so I already knew what, you know. And it was kind of, I was kind of impressed. I was impressed, you know, with the information he had. Yeah. So,
Brother Kwabena,
Yes.
do you know Dr. Ben?
Of course, certainly he was one of my mentors along with Dr. Jeffries.
What organization do you belong to?
Of course, UNIA and
All right.
most part of the Sons of Africa. And he was one of my mentors along with Dr. Clark. Used to be assisting him in the First World Alliance during his lecture series.
Yep.
And I also visited him when he was in the nursing home in Brother Reggie.
You know what the other thing I liked about Dr. Ben? They don't want to admit this, but a lot of times these intellectuals, they talk intellectual. Now, not Dr. Ben. He would set you straight like, look, dude, this is the story. One of my first lectures, when he was describing how one of the pharaohs who had a wife who had like a nice body or whatever, and they were saying that the white historians were saying that she had some sort of defect, and that's why it was large. Dr. Ben said, "What? That's a regular black woman. What are you talking about? That's how we're born. That's how we're built." And I remember thinking, yeah, that's so true. Well, what's all this bluff? That's what I mean, where he really just didn't put any games. Like, that's the truth. That's the story. Let it go. And I thoroughly enjoyed that. Aito, what's your interaction with Dr. Ben?
Well, that brother said, I used to go to those lectures in Harlem. I remember I used to go to them on Saturday evening and so on.
I'm sorry, well, what years did you go there?
I can't remember right now, but I know I used to go to, like, religiously, go
Every Saturday.
Every Saturday.
Yeah.
I remember religiously
I know.
going up there. And also through the IMU. The IMU, which is now part of one of the IMU. And so we used to meet here. And then we used to meet at the Nubian store up the road.
Okay.
And there's one picture when he and I, and a sister and her daughter, and his brother took all these pictures. I remember phoning him repeatedly, and his brother just vanished. But you know, so I met him through the IMU. Along with Dr. Jeffries, of course. Yeah.
So as we find information, or I think well, you'll probably get the information also, because I'm
Certainly.
counting on Beckway to give me the information to disseminate to us.
Sure.
Okay, so that makes the two of you.
Right.
Okay, that's item number 3. Item number 4, UNIA High Executive Council meeting report. It was held from Thursday, March 19th to, believe it or not, today, March 22nd. This is why Mr. Duncan's not here yet. He's on his way from Philadelphia. So let me give you guys a quick joke and story. On Friday evening, I was the keynote speaker in Philadelphia. Brother Kwabena and Beckway were supposed to pick me up and take me to Philadelphia under the snow while it's snowing. Brother Beckway had emergency canal root extraction. So he calls me like at 12:30. We're supposed to leave like at 2 o'clock. He calls me like at 12:30, 12:45. He actually doesn't call me, he texts me. Brother Duguay, I'm in the dental or clinic. I'm about to have root canal, so I think I'll be late. So I say, you think you're gonna be late? I think you're not gonna make it. So I get all enough frenzy and I figure, how do I get there? But I had already figured out with the public transportation. But since we were going by car, I figured I don't need to refresh that, let it go. So last minute, I had to go figure out or refigure how to get to Philadelphia by train. So I ended up taking the Q43 to the Long Island Railroad, because I was running late at that point. I hopped on the Long Island Railroad at Jamaica into Penn Station. I missed the 302 train to Philly, so I caught the 330 train to Philly, and I got to Philadelphia 5:47. I called Mr. Duncan, he picked me up in the snow, and I got there at 6:02. And the lecture was supposed to start at 6, so everything went smooth.
It's not bad.
But that's not the best part. Here's the best part of the story. I'm there, I do the lecture, everything is big, everything is fine. These two brothers, Brother Kwabena and Beckway, they felt an obligation to still come and get me. They drove in the snow from New York to Philadelphia just to pick me up. They got there, the lecture's over, we're leaving when they walk in. So I couldn't tell you how happy I was. I said, wow, this is great.
That's what's up.
And then the best part, even better than that story, is on the way back, the three of us, you know, three macho men, black men, discussing the solution to black people, if you believe that. We're driving and we're bonding. I cannot tell you how pleasurable it was. It was so good we decided we're going to do it again, just to drive 2 hours and talk. I mean, we talked about everything. Oh, and I got to know Kwabena. Well, Beckway I knew, because Beckway and I attended City College together 32 years ago. And actually, you were at City College.
Right.
Oh.
With Beckway.
With Beckway, but after I graduated, you were with Beckway. But yeah, I didn't know Kwabena, but I knew Beckway. So anyway, Charles, we had an excellent time. I mean, under the snow, it was fun. We stopped to get gas, and we went to get fruits. Although these guys had saturated fats. I mean, they killed themselves with some nasty chicken, fried chicken. I mean, it was very good. We had a good time. You guys had no problem getting back to Manhattan.
No problem.
Yeah, they dropped me at the front, the doorstep of my house, and then they continued.
I think we should endorse it.
That's what's up.
Drove all the way to Philadelphia just to come and get me.
Respect you, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we had a great time. So anyway, about the High Executive Council meeting report. I'm waiting on Mr. Duncan to give that report, but I can tell you what was discussed is that the UNIA convention is in Chicago, and it's August 19th to 23rd. So everybody, please make your plans. Charles, Nguvo, Baba Shem, Brother Leroy, Kwabena, everybody. So we're expecting everybody to be there. So we had a good time. And you know, the thing is, like, Division 432 is beginning to be like family. When I get there in Philadelphia, it was like family. Oh, Brother Raymond, how are you? Oh, a lot of the people you saw here during the summer for the convention, they were there. Ross Morgan from Atlanta, Baba Mosi from Washington, Sister Mary and Sister Brenda from Chicago, Sister Njiri, Brother M. Shinde, Sister Sewa from Philadelphia, the two new people, they come to our Harlem meeting, the Check 1-2 MC Mike, Check 1-2, he's a rapper, and his wife, Sister Malika, they were there. Are you familiar with them? So, and the other people, I've seen their face, but I don't know them. It was very good. Every division gave their report. Oh, and then, the best thing is we paid up our funds. Because the way, when you pay your membership to the UNIA, the first $10, let's say you're a brand new member and it costs $56 the first time. $10 is for registration. That goes to the parent body. $10 is a tax. That goes to the parent body. So of the 36 remaining, 30% goes to the parent body, and that's how they make their funding. So we, the division, keeps 70%. So believe it or not, we hadn't been paying our necessary dues. So I had finished the spreadsheet, and we gave them the check, so we're all clear for 2014. So now we gotta do it all over again for 2015. And yes, Sister.
I just wanted to say, for those who are on a payment with the membership, if you could give something each month, if you give your $3 each month, that would be great. Or something, because you just heard what it said.
Yes. In fact, we're the only division that pays it all at once. Everybody pays it as you go. So maybe we need to reconsider. But we gave them a big check. I think it was for $1,443. Yeah. Yeah. So
That covers what period now?
that was for
The whole year?
2014. That was for 2014. Yeah. So 2015, we'll get to it. So we've promised them, or at least Mr. Duncan promised them, that we're going to be on top of this. So the other divisions, what they've been doing is, member comes in, pays, they automatically send that. So that was that, and one of the other things that we discussed, at least when I got there, is these series that we've initiated, discussing UNIA, Garvey, Cooks, Malcolm X. It was decided that we're going to continue doing this because, a lot of people are doing it, but they may not necessarily be UNIA members. And so, and not only that, but a lot of these people, they're actually making money out of this. So we should be the owners of the history of the UNIA because we are UNIA.
That's right.
So that was decided upon, so we're going to pursue that wholeheartedly. That's it for item number 4 until Mr. Duncan gets here. Oh, Brother Charles.
Yeah, I had asked a question before. I think I didn't follow up. Who has the copyright to the book that you wanted to buy? And
Oh, the book, the message to the people, the African course on philosophy.
who owns the copyright? Is it some organization that owns it? Is it a person?
Do you know the copyright was owned by Dr. Tony Martin. He was given exclusive rights to that by Charles L. James, who was president of the UNIA. I don't know what's happened to it because Dr. Martin is dead.
Right.
That's a good question. I don't know that. Yes.
Because if you might be able to work a partnership agreement to if you publish and print your own, whatever agreement you can make. I don't know. It's possible.
Oh, can I ask a question, Adrian? Who's taking notes? Beckwith's not here. I just realized that.
I think the camera here is taking.
No, Beckwith's not here. It just dawned on me. He's not here.
It can record.
It's recorded.
Yeah, but